you were talking about OnlyFans and you feel like you're sort of mixed about it because you do feel like there could be some issues when entering into a new relationship with a new guy.
Yeah.
And so why don't I go around the panel, and I guess we could talk a bit about that. Do you think, I'm not sure how I want to frame this question exactly. Would you object to a guy taking quarrel with, or let's say, would you object to a guy who didn't want to date a girl because she had an OnlyFans, she was a stripper, or she did porn, either currently or in the past? Would you object to that?
No, that's the thing is I would completely understand. It just depends how they
word
actually,
you know what? Why don't we start with the lean and we'll come to you at the end.
Okay. I honestly like a guy who's like that because that means that like our morals are in line, because I personally would never make an OnlyFans. I would never do sex work. There's nothing against people who do. I totally support them, and they're like a crucial part in our community. But it's just like me personally, I would never do that line of work because honestly, I don't know, like I feel like that's like exploiting like my body or whatever, but that's just like in line with my morals. And honestly, I'd prefer like guys who like worked using their like intelligence or their like strengths, like things that they like took a lot of time and effort and displayed like hard work. Like I feel like that's more attractive to me because that's what I would do in my life.
Answer.
Slay.
Oh wait, Chris, let me read that real quick. So yeah, the Drake thing is sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. That's when you're the prettiest. I hope that you don't take it wrong. Okay. That was it.
That was
Sorry,
it.
Go ahead.
That was
Go
all.
ahead.
You're good. Honestly, personally, I mean, like,
it's okay to
example,
disagree, by the way. If you
there's.
It's
I thought it
okay
was
to
an opinion
disagree.
thing.
Yeah, it's an opinion thing.
yeah, just opinion thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that, like, personally, like with you, okay, so for example, like most girls or most people who have an OnlyFans and they're in a relationship, their partners are fully supportive, you know? And if you don't like that, I think, damn, this is actually kind of a hard question. Personally, I get it. I wouldn't want my partner to have an OnlyFans, but then again, there's an extent to that because, like, OnlyFans doesn't have to be like hardcore all or nothing, you know? Like, what if he wants to post some ab pics and get money for it? I don't care. Go for it, you know?
There's certainly degrees. I mean, there's like tasteful lingerie shoots versus like double penetration, like you know, like, so there's definitely degrees to sex work for sure.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, for me, I honestly wouldn't be opposed to like an OnlyFans, but I would definitely like be wearing clothes. I wouldn't do something like fully naked.
So just to clarify, so the question is, would you object to a man?
Oh, to a man?
To a guy having issue or not being willing to date a girl who did OnlyFans, was a stripper or did porn, either currently or even in the past?
I would understand the porn and stripper part, but like OnlyFans is very new too, I think. But I just think that kind of shows they're insecure if they don't accept them for doing that, because it's like, we're not doing that because we want, or like a girl, not that I've done that, but someone's not doing that because they want to. They're doing it for money. Like, they're not like doing it because this is fun. Like, they're just doing it because they know they can make money off that. And I think it just shows a guy's kind of insecure. But I would understand like porn and stuff, but not necessarily OnlyFans, unless it's like
what. So, but why would the guy be insecure?
Because they're like, people are looking at my girl, like they think that like it takes away from like her value, which I don't know. I think that comes out of like their insecurities of like sharing. I don't know.
Okay.
Does that make sense? No.
I'm not sure if it makes
Her
them
name's
insecure.
Or like
It could
not
be insecure.
insecure in their relationship, like saying they don't trust them, and it doesn't like having an OnlyFans doesn't say anything about that person, but like if a guy can't handle it, they can't handle it.
But what about if the girl was doing porn? So in other words, she was having sex with other people on camera,
I can understand
either
that.
while with him or let's say even in the past.
Yeah, I can understand. Like I feel like it's, you know what you're getting into when you're getting into it. I don't know. This is a hard question. I would understand why a guy wouldn't want to be with a porn star. They're like, so many girls have seen my girl like doing what I'm doing with her. Like it feels less special.
Well, she's also fucking another person too.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that, right?
Yeah. But yeah, there is that.
Okay. Kylie.
I think that I agree with her in the fact that I could understand like where the guy's coming from. If they're like, oh, like I don't want my girl to be on the internet like that. Like I do have a very open discussion with my current boyfriend about it because I want him to know everything. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to hide it. I don't want to do anything behind his back or like anything shady. Like I'm not sleeping with other people. I'm not sending nudes to other people. Like that's something that he made very clear. He was like, hey, like I'm completely fine with you doing this, but can you not do this one like specific thing because it makes me uncomfortable? And I was like, of course, like I'll stop 100%. But he doesn't care, and he's very supportive because like I don't know, I could not date a porn star personally because I'm way too jealous of a person like to see like it just manifested there, like him having sex with another woman, and it works the other way around as well. I wouldn't want him to be like sending dick pics online, you know what I mean, like to have other girls drooling over it. But we like look at the people online on my OnlyFans and we laugh together because of all the ridiculous shit that these like old men are saying. Like the people that buy the OnlyFans are a very specific type of person. They're like, I don't talk to women in real life, so I'm going to pay to talk to one online. And like they're paying for my attention pretty much, which I think is a little bit of an ego boost because I'm like, and my boyfriend understands that, and he's like, well, I don't care what they say to you because at the end of the day, like I'm the one that gets to love you. You know what I mean? Like I'm the one that gets to spend time with you. So
Were you guys dating before you started your OnlyFans?
Oh, no. This is
so
like
you had started your OnlyFans and then you started dating him?
Yes.
Okay. But he knew.
Yeah.
Going
I was very
in.
open about it.
Yeah. And it sounds like you guys now make videos together.
Not yet.
$4.99, boys. $4.99, right? How much? What's yours?
It's not that cheap, bro.
What is it?
For like a video like that?
Well, don't you have to sub to the or
No,
how's it
mine's
work?
free.
Oh, it's
like
free.
to get to the main page, but like anything that actually shows like substance, like bikini pictures, fine. I don't care.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's what's on the main page, but like anything more than that, lingerie, little feet pic every once in a while, you know, you gotta pay for that.
Okay.
But I would say like not full nude, but still like intercourse kind of, that's like $30-$40.
Got it.
So but people like literally will send nudes for like $5 on OnlyFans, and I feel like people in the chat are like, oh yeah, like she's for the streets, like she has OnlyFans. I'm very particular. Like if you don't want to buy my shit, then like go to some girl on the internet who sells it for $2, because if you don't want to help me pay for my rent, then I don't care about your opinion.
Yeah, so I'll just say this, you know, I don't think it's insecure for having personal boundaries or preferences.
No, of course not.
Yeah, so good times. Okay, so Aline, did you have something?
I was just gonna say, like, I value like intelligence and like hard work as like a way of like getting money, and that's just like a personal thing. But also like having like that line of work, like no judge to it, but personally I don't like that kind of reputation on myself. And also if I ever have like a family, like
Kids,
like
right?
kids are gonna see it, like your mom and dad's
The
gonna know
kids'
about
friends.
it. Yeah, like if I ever a kid, they're gonna be like, oh, your mom has an OnlyFans. Like,
My parents
Look
know.
at Timmy's tits.
yeah.
Timmy's mom's tits.
My parents
What do your
support.
parents think?
My parents
Stacey's
support
mom.
me.
Second
That-
of
that
all,
sounded
like,
bad.
second of all, if when you're like older, like obviously you might not make as much money, like wherever, like you're like reliant on this like form of money that you're not spending time in other areas in like developing like learning things, like taking classes, getting jobs, experience, so that you can't get a job later when you can't no longer earn that type of money.
Why can't you do both?
Why
Do-
can't
what
I
do you mean?
I'm saying
both?
like, oh, like there are some instances where people are like they're getting this cash flow of like a lot of money, and they're relying on this money to sustain them. I'm not saying you can't, but it's sort of like it's easy money. Like you're not getting experience from other jobs, you're just getting money from this particular income source, and you're not getting like job experiences. Like where I worked at like Shake Shack, like it was terrible. Like the managers hated me. I like worked like a lot, but like it's still experience in my book, and I can put that in like other like resumes and stuff. I worked at a hospital, like there's like stuff that I can write down in my resume. Like you can't write that in your resume.
I still have like other jobs.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I have sources of income. It's just this is something for a little extra cash on the side.
I'm just saying like some people can be reliant on it.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Agreed. I fully agree with you, but also like in the sense where, like we were saying earlier, when OnlyFans first came out, there were very few people on it. So yeah, if you had an OnlyFans, whether you had a platform or not, you'd probably make a good amount of money. Whereas now it's extremely popular and every other person has one, but the people who actually make money off of it and who are actually successful with it are people that have built platforms themselves in the first place.
Yeah.
So they already have fans.
Yeah.
So with that being said, as of right now, you can't really have a successful OnlyFans without putting your hard work and having a different businesses and having jobs and educating yourself.
I think that can be true for some instances, but also for me, I have a TikTok and I've had it for a while now, but I say that I do TikTok like whatever, because I literally just post whatever I want on it. I don't put any effort, or I just do it for fun. But the thing is, I've had it since I was like a minor, and the moment I turned 18, I had like thousands of comments saying OnlyFans debut, like when's the OnlyFans coming out? Like I could easily make an OnlyFans, but I put no effort into my TikTok whatsoever. It's the thing that I
I don't know. I saw that
platform.
Sailor Moon one.
I had, yeah, there was no effort. That was a draft. My friend was in the back. She was like in a hoodie. Like I made that like coming home like tired as fuck, and then I just put some shitty like caption on it, and it got like 2 million views or whatever. But I put no effort into it. But that's just my case scenario. Like I can have a platform, put no effort into it, and like still like find a way to like, if I could have an OnlyFans, but I'm not going to. That's just the end of the story. Like,
Oh, are you just talking like complete personal opinion? Like if you would yourself?
I'm just saying like there are like not every instance is gonna be like that.
Okay, yeah. And also like every different types of OnlyFans and really anything you find online,
Yeah.
everyone has their own business and their own
Yeah,
content
of course.
that's unique in
Of
and of
course,
itself.
Of course.
Some
a lot of
people-
people can put a lot of hard
Yeah.
work into building their platforms. I'm not discrediting that. I'm just saying like my personal like experience, I didn't have to put a lot of work, and there was a lot of pressure for me to make an OnlyFans, but I never did. It's just I think I kept my morals strong, and I just stick to whatever I believe in. But like, yeah, there's no shame to it though. I'm really I'm friends with a lot of girls who do like OnlyFans, a lot of like strippers. Like I'm friends with a lot of those. No shame. My personal preference.
Yeah, no, and it's really not for everyone. Like in the beginning, I found it really difficult to like put the moral aspect aside, because like I remember like 2 years ago with the like 5'7" guy that I was dating, he was like famous on TikTok, and he was like super insecure. He was like, "You better not make an OnlyFans. Like, I'm gonna break up with you if you have that." And I was like, I would never. Like, that's nasty. Like selling your body on the internet. And then I literally was desperate enough, money wise, to be like, "Hey, I don't know if I can like survive in college without doing this." And so in the beginning I was like forced to do it, and it was really hard because the people on there, they say like such grotesque things. Like it's not insulting, they're just like, "Oh, the things I would do to you." I'm toning it down, like really. It's just I get sent like 10 dick pics on the daily that I don't want to see, because they're like, "Oh yeah, like you like that, baby girl," and I'm like, like,
No.
yeah, you know. But you have to like keep up the act. Like I hate the fact that I have OnlyFans sometimes, you know, even though it makes me money. It's just, is it really worth it in the long run? And
There's pros and cons.
yeah,
There's
for
pros and
sure.
cons.
Like it's just, it weighs on me sometimes.
Let's
Do you
talk
find
about.
it-
Oh,
who
go,
is that?
you go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you find it like empowering at all to have an OnlyFans? And
Sometimes in certain aspects, yes, but it's just there. I feel like there are a lot more cons, and like the main pro, like basically the only pro is just money. But sometimes it's like, oh, I've made a decent amount of money. Like I've kind of manipulated these men to being like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna pay this girl for pictures of her feet, and I'm like, well, you could just, I wear sandals all the time. People see that shit for free. But like, if you wanna pay my rent, go ahead. You know, it's just, it's not really empowering so much as it's like necessary sometimes.
You heard it
Yeah.
here first, folks. Kylie pays her rent with feet pics.
I'm not shy about that. Like it's,
She's killing it.
I'm killing
on
it. Big time
OnlyFans.
energy.
Just ask her for feet
No.
pics and she will oblige, right?
Of course, literally, if you little package bundle, $30, got you. And the answer to that question is no. Cats are not as emotionally attached as dogs. Obviously not. I have 2 golden retrievers. They are my children. Cats just not really a cat person.
Who paid $4 to say ask Sydney about Dylan? And how do you know Dylan?
Uh-oh.
Dylan is my brother. He is currently getting his PhD for computer architecture at UCLA, the smartest person I've ever met. And he graduated from UCSB. I love him. Yeah, that's Dylan.
Who's Nina Hepburn? Let's we'll
know.
we'll read the super chats later, I guess.
Oh my God, is that? No, I don't know who that is.